Students, today I would like to introduce a new chapter, Last Leaf, written by O. Henry. Right here says what's about Henry, about the other entry. See the picture, see the profile of Henry. O. Henry, Specimen of William Sidney Porter. It was his full name. 86 to 1910 was an American short story writer whose tales romanticized the life of ordinary people in New York City. His story expressed the effects of coincidence and on character through humor, grim, or irony. They often have a surprise ending, which became identified with his name as O. Henry Twist. So, about author O. Henry is American short story writer, but he's very famous in his what is that? Ordinary people are very much interested in his short story. Especially New York City's inhabitants too much recognized O. Henry because of his ability to write interesting or enthusiastic short story. Okay, his story's main thing is that there's too much things has to come. Humor is there in this story. Grim means sadness is there. Irony is also there. They often have surprise thing is that there is a twist in his what we expect in the story is sometimes it comes to difference. So that is a twist. So Henry twist, it means very different way of narration and a different way of ending. That is the twist here mentioned. That is very famous. Is that's why it is known as name as O. Henry Twist. See the very important thing. So he's very common people very liked him and his writing because of his humors, grim and irony. So at the same time, his twist also very famous. It's known as Henry twist is also another thing. So that's about O. Henry. That means American short story writer. Then we want to know about this what chapter. So maybe profile. We want to know about the O. Henry, American short story writer. He was born in 1862 and he was passed away. That's in the year 1910. And he's a very ordinary people in New York City. That's very important to him because of his style of writing. Is fascinated by the ordinary people, especially his humor, grim and irony, and he's also surprised his ending. That is called the twist. The ending, that means story ending, is very different. That is the way of named as Henry Twist. Okay, let us we have to start our chapter. I mean, it's a short story. This one is a short story of O. Henry. Right, very interesting, very natural. What says this says that read and reflect. See that every cloud has a silver lining. Goes the proverb. As a proverb is first introduced. Okay, even in the most desperate moments of life. Yes, mostly nowadays is we have also desperate moment because of COVID-19. So he is also says the most desperate moment of life there will be always be ray of hope. Yeah, here is also due to COVID, we have a hope. It will be banished or it will be destroyed by our vaccine or any other thing. We have a hope. Okay, similarly, if there is a disappointment, there should be a hope. It is immense power of the mind. What we needed immense power. That means human, that means willpower we want to possess. Confidence we want to possess. That is one of the things. Due to this here, this immense power of the mind that can work miraculous in life. Yes, if you have willpower, that means power to suffer, power to face everything. There comes a miracles in life, surprise in life. We can get over adverse circumstances by virtue of our mind power. Yes, here is says about our human power, confidence, determination, everything. I mean, we want to courage to face the life. If we have disappoints we, then we will overcome these difficulties during our perishable time, especially disappointment mind. We want to overcome the disappointment. We should have some kinds of willpower in the way of determination, confidence, courage. Then only we can overcome this one. So here is such kinds of power. Overcome the disappointment is tell that story of last leaf. It means there comes disappointment, sadness, frustration, anxiety, everything comes out. There comes a hope in the way of confidence, willpower, determination, courage, everything will come. And this will power of mankind is overcome this our disappointments. That is a story about last leaf. A wonderful story written by Ho Henry. Okay, you understood that? What is the theme of the story? That means due to our willpower, due to our power of mind, not physical, but due to our power of mind, due to our power of mind, what happened? Due to our point of power of mind, there is a miracle since happens is there, right? Okay, that is a very important thing. We want to know that. It's important things to know that. Understood. Okay, let's see that one. What is happens in this? What happens in this? Happens in the stories. We want to know that, right? So let us see what's the last you said about that. To Greenwich Village, many people came who were interested in art. They liked the bohemian life of this village and enjoyed the living among so many artists. The building and apartments was often very old and dirty, but this only added to the interest of the place. Last leaf, okay. Leaf, last also, no? What is about the last leaf? What is the leaf here? You want to know that. Is it a human being or a plant leaf? Okay, let's see. The Greenwich village, the village name is Greenwich. Many people came who were interested in art. Yes, this Green village is very famous because of this. Uh, people are come and gone for studying arts. That means arts mean painting. Yes, painting. Art means painting. They liked the bohemian life of this village. What is bohemian? They separate what is life is bohemian culture. I mean, very different kind of life is there. That means they have a focus on only art and the capability of art. The development of art is more important in these villages. And the bohemian life of the village means they have to stay in very near. The people are came for what? For studying art. That means painting. They enjoyed living among them. So many artists. Yes, the group of artists are staying in this village. What was the village name? Greenwich Village. Why the people come and go? They came for studying painting. That is, art means here painting, mostly painting. And they living together. So many artists are there. The buildings, apartments were often very old. That is another bohemian culture. Very old building and apartments. And they even dirty also. That is also one of side of bohemian life. But this only added to this interest of the people. But people are satisfied with this system also because that's a believer in bohemian life of the village. So We understood the first first paragraph. That means the village name Greenwich. People came there for studying art. They like the bohemian life because bohemian life is here mentioned. The artists are grouping together. They're staying in apartments and villas. All are very dirty and old one. But this is add this interest of the people. But the people are very interested and satisfied. Second paragraph. So here question is what added to this interest of Greenwich Village? Because this Greenwich Village is very famous for the art. So people came grouping together. That is the answer is there. Okay, next. At the top of an old three-story brick house, sorry. Okay, that's the second paragraph. We are going to second paragraph. Well, at the top of an old three-story brick house, there was a house is there. That means apartment is the top of an old building, a brick house. That means it's made by brick. Okay, there's the first character. Sue and Jonah had their studio. What's the two characters? You must be by heart. Sue and Jonah. Sue and Jonah had their studio. They have a studio. Who's that? Sue and Jonah. Both are women. I mean, girl. We cannot say woman, girl. Okay. John C was familiar name of for Johnson. Okay. Jonah is named as John C. Right. So you must be by heart the character Sue and Jonah. Both are girl. And John C is named as Jonah. Okay. One of them was from the state of Maine, the other from California. This is American states, Maine and California. They had met at the restaurant of English Street Hotel. They came for studying art. Both of them was stay in the old storage brick house. The one name is Sue, another name is Jonah. One is from Maine, other one is from California. They came from Maine or California, other one California. They are met in the restaurant, English Street Hotel. They means here Sue and Jonah. Both were artists. Both here means Jonah and Sue are artists, may painter, who had recently came to New York to make their living. They came here not only for studying but also for living. That means they want to sell their pictures and earn money. Okay, that's about second paragraph. You understood the second paragraph? This is Greenwich Village. Why they became famous? Because of their art. People are living in Bohemian culture. Here is apartments are mostly dirty, old-fashioned one, but they like and satisfied these streets and building. And the two important characters came in front of us. One is Sue, another one is Jonah. Jonah is also known as John C. They are one is came from Maine, other one is from California. They came here for living. That means they want to study this art and at the same time they want to sell their product to others. Okay. So there's both a girl I already told, Sue and Jonah. And the third paragraph is there. That was in May. Where? Well, that was in May. What happened? In November. May, November, there's a call period. Unseen stranger whom the doctor called pneumonia. See the spelling of pneumonia? Pneumonia. Pneumonia. That's the spelling of pneumonia. Okay, same. Tackled about the city. What happened? That's in May and in November there comes a what pneumonia. Just like a COVID has arrived here. similar like the pneumonia spread in this village. Struck that is called as stranger. Who is a stranger here? Stranger? Pneumonia is a stranger here. Came, circle about the city, had been touching one here and one there with his icy finger. Pneumonia here is came as a secretly come and affected the street, the Greenwich village, and it is touch all of them means here touch all of them means came and spread all of them is pneumonia now in this village. How it is comes? Just secretly, strangely come and it touch and with his icy finger. Icy finger means is if you ever feel about pneumonia, our body is completely icy, and there's pneumonia is also here represented as a cold one, ice because of the cold climate. Here is he. He means here pneumonia. Pneumonia touched Johnsy. That means Johnsy got but pneumonia, and she lay. So that means she is laying in bed, sacrously moving on her painting iron and bed, her painted iron and bed, looking through the small window at the blank wall on the opposite building. Now Johnsy caught pneumonia. She is now asleep in bed. She couldn't woke up and woke because she can't paint properly. And she is just what she is doing. Who has got pneumonia? Johnsy. That means here Jonah. What he's doing? He couldn't properly to walk, so that's why she is laying in bed. And at the same time, what says he's that's a very important point you should remember. What was that? She looked outside the window. She is looking out that means to the window at the blank wall. Their opposite side is a blank wall is there. You know what? Yeah. Blank wall of opposite building. Opposite there was a building and in that building had wall. And she looking the wall always. Who she looking the wall always. Who John C. or Jonah. Simply looking through the window, she looking the opposite building wall. Right. And the next paragraph. So what this paragraph says about this paragraph says about or said already this interference of pneumonia. Pneumonia spread in the village. Some of them caught with pneumonia. Among our main character, John C. also caught. And the pneumonia come and touch with his icy finger means pneumonia spread in this village and at the same time caught by caught to John C. John C. couldn't walk properly afterwards. He's lay in the bed, but she is always looking opposite building blank wall. So that's about saying. Then we want to know about our fourth paragraph. One morning, the busy doctor invited Sue into the hall. Definitely, doctor came in the room. Then Sue is take the doctor. Sue is a friend of John C. That's why Sue is taken a doctor in order to treat John C. She has one chance in, let us say, 10. He said as he shook down the mercury in his clinical thermometer. And that chance is for her want to live. So here is some changes is there. So he didn't take the doctor into the room. She didn't take them. She didn't take the doctor into the room before she went to the doctor. I mean house and discuss about this John C's pneumonia. And she say then doctor said that counting 10. He said as he shook down the mercury rate in the clinical thermometer and the chances of hers want to live. But your little lady has made up. Who is little lady here? John C. Made up her mind that she is not going to get well. Has she anything on her mind? Okay, here, doctor, and she says about the pneumonia about his friend. Sue's friend John C. And doctor says some things about this clinical thermometer. That means mercury, and she says about what your little lady. Who are little lady means? Your little lady means John C. here mentioned. Whose little lady? She is. They both are girls. Has made up her mind that she's not going to get well. That means I don't think so. She is not getting well. After maybe 10, when I am counting the 10, maybe this John C. will die. Has she anything on her mind? If her mind is good, we can stop the death. But if the John C. mind is not good, we can't stop the death. So first we want to clear our mind. Our mind became strong. That is here says about mind power. Before I said, that is mind power should have. We don't think about I am dying. Anytime I am dying, I'm taking too much tablets. I'm taking too much money. Nobody has scared me. Nobody, everyone have disturbed. That means if you, because of me, everyone is disturbed. So these kinds of what thinking should be avoided from the mind. We want to make our mind powerful. Clear? Then only she came back in life. Who said it? Doctor said to Sui, for whom? For John C. So John C. must clear her mind. If we show this, if we think about and looking in the other sides of the apartment black wall, thinking he will die. We cannot do anything. Who said it? Doctor said it. So first want to mind became strong. You should cooperate with her, and her mind should become stronger. Then we can stop her death. Otherwise, she will die. Who said it? Doctor said to whom? Sui. About whom? John C. Right. She wanted to paint the Bay of Naples someday, said the Sui. Bay of Naples is a picture name. No, something more important. More, for instance? No. Well, it is a weakness, then said the doctor. So doctor and she is talking. Actually, doctor, we don't to we want to hide the secret in front of the doctor. We want to say everything. So doctor asks for something. What happened? Actually, what happened? That means it's more than pneumonia. Something is in her mind. Who's John C. mind? That is why his mind is very weak, and there comes too much diseases. So is there anything happen? The doctor asked to Sui because Sui is an intimate friend of John C. Same roommate. Then John C. said, she said that no, she is already one painted one picture. That's the Bay of Naples already painted. Nothing happens. Well, it is weakness then, said the doctor. But whenever my patient began to count their last few moments, I subtract 50% from curative power of medicine. Yes, doctor is very famous. That means the doctor said that a patient's willpower is more important, and 50% is only for medicine, and 50% should be the courage or the hope or the willpower of the patient. If the patient is good willpower, good courage, good confidence, good determination, a good hope, and 50% is medicine, then the patient will okay. If the patient has no willpower, no courage, no confidence, no hope, there is no use. The medicine only applied 50%, and 50% is this human power. That is the belief of doctor. If you can succeed in making her interesting in something, so you should make happy in the mind of John C. That is only the way. Doctor said that. Okay, I will give the medicine, but the main thing is that what is that? You should want Jonah or John C. want to become happy mind. Can you? Doctor asked to Sui. In asking, for instance, about the latest styles of women's clothes, then I will promise you 1 in 5 chance for her instead of 1 in 10. Yes, she said about that. If you have a good confidence, good courage, good hope, happy situation, that means good willpower, then she will recover the illness. Otherwise, before 10. That means doctor said it sounds stale. Doctor's style is that he will die. So that is why give some kinds of happy moments and make her mind strong. Who said it? Doctor said it to whom? Sui. Okay. Then okay, there is the next paragraph. After the doctor had gone, Sui went into her own room and cried. Now Sui cried because of his friend, intimate friend John C. got such kinds of incident. Okay, then later, trying not to show her sadness, she went to John's room and whistling. Okay, so trying not to show her sadness. So you want to don't want to see the face of John C. Because of John C. is very tired, without hope. She's simply looking outside the outside into the window of her room. So she don't want to see this. That's why she went to her room and whistling there. John C. lay under this bedclothes. Now Sue so. John C. is very tiredly lay in her bed with her face towards the window, but still she is looking. Even the time of she is sitting in the window, I mean in the bed, she always looking. Sue always, I mean John C. always looking in the outside. She stopped whistling, thinking John C. was asleep, but soon she heard a low sound several times repeated. She went quickly to this bedside. Okay, something happened to now John C. John C. eyes was open wide. She was looking out of the window and counting backward. 12. She is counting backward. John C. counting backward because of John C. believed that she definitely died soon. Who believed? John C. The patient itself believed that. So she is counting her time. That means she counting backward, not 1, 2, 3. She counting 12, 11, 10, etc. That's 12, she said it, and a little later 11, and then 10, and 9, and then 8, and 7, almost together. Who counting now? John C. Why John C. counting? John C. is expected. That means he is hope for her death because she believed that she will die soon. That's why she counting. That means she had no hope for live. She had no confidence. She has no mind power. So we should have, if we have a bad time, we should possess our mind power. If your mind power is there, we can overcome all these things, all the diseases. Here, if the COVID is going on, everyone is frustrated, everyone is disappointed, and we should possess our willpower very strongly, then we will overcome all this. We should have hope. But this girl didn't have such kinds of quality, no willpower, no hope. She is now, I mean, our John C. will counting her death time is there. So that's a very pathetic situation. So Sue is very intimate friend of John C. Sue is also too much disturbed because of her face. Her front face is that her front situation is like friend she is never expect any kind of life. So that is why Sue is also too much worry about her friend's situation. So that is the things is going on here. Up to that we want to know that. That means she's counting 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, like that one. Who counting this? John C. Why she counting? Because she don't hope for her life is better. That means she will thought that she will die soon. So that is the things have sorts. Okay. Then who is more disturbed? Her friends who is more disturbed. So what is doctor do is doctor say that make her mind will strong. That means you have to make happy to her. That is the situation going on. That's all today. I think we want to continue the letter, the last leaf. Okay, right.